Okay, welcome back to my channel, The Novel Nana. I'm Bex. Today I am trying to film a new way. As many of you know, I do not own a laptop computer anymore. I do borrow one from time to time to make a batch of videos and, you know, get them uploaded or scheduled for release for y'all. But today I don't have it, so I dug out my old camcorder. Couldn't find the charger, but I rigged it so that way it would get charged. Hopefully this is going to work. I have no idea. Bear with me. But today's video, if you could tell by the thumbnail, is my 100 sub Q&A. So first and foremost, let me just say thank you guys so much. I so appreciate each and every one of you for helping me get here. Guys, it's just as much your celebration as it is mine. I am so happy. Anyway, for a few months I had been posting on different groups and websites and, you know, parts of the writing community. I'm a member of several groups, and I had been posting for a couple of months in anticipation of this very moment. So I had posted, you know, what do you want to know about me? If you have a question that you would like me to answer in my 100 subs Q&A video, to leave it in the comments. And a lot of you responded, and I thank you so much. I can't believe I'm here. So today's video, I'm hoping, will be pretty relaxed and just kind of sitting here and me answering y'all's questions. So I did get about 50 some odd questions on the different platforms and through Messenger and my Facebook and just all kinds of places. I did try to make a list and narrow them down because some of the questions were kind of duplicates or close enough that they were the same question. Also, I did ask my viewers that if they wanted to remain anonymous and ask their question, to leave that comment with a capital letter A, so that way I would know. I did get quite a few responses, which really just boggles my mind. I'm so grateful, guys, so grateful for all of you. Anyway, those of you that did want to be mentioned, I'm just going to read your names off real quick. I hope that's allowed. I'm not even sure. But I'm going to go ahead and read those off because I took all the questions, compiled a shorter list. So there's about 34 questions that I narrowed it down to. Anyway, I wrote them down on a whiteboard. It's right over here, so if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm reading the question. But for those of you who wanted to remain anonymous, I won't, you know, say anything as to whose question these questions are going to be. Instead, I'm just going to read a list of names of the people who wanted to be mentioned, so, and not particularly to their question, if that makes any sense. So anyway, Bailey D. I have their names written over here, so if you see me looking this way, that's what I'm doing. Bailey D., Kate Webb, Nathaniel A., Dalton F., Elisa Marks, Adam C., Sheila King, T. Gibson, Heather S., Lori M., Diane H., Shannon, no last initial, Timothy C., Micah 107. Okay, everyone else wished to be anonymous, so that's totally fine. I hope I don't butcher you guys' names. I'm so sorry if I do. Forgive me. Okay, so let's get right into the video. Question and answers. They're coming at you right now, guys. So, number one, what happened to the video schedule that you set in earlier videos? What can we expect from your channel now? So I guess that's kind of a two-parter question. Well, for starters, a lot of my older videos, I had no kind of idea what specific content I wanted to do for my channel. But I had a few ideas, and I thought that I would let my viewers decide by, you know, uploading a video, and then in that video, you, as my subscribers, would comment below the content in which you wanted to see from the choices that I gave. And each of those choices were assigned a day. So say you wanted, you know, to learn more about manuscript writing or my personal manuscript, it would be on a Monday, Manuscript Mondays. The 2 Cents Tuesdays was basically my opinion or just talking with me. Wednesdays was Write With Me Wednesdays or Whiteboard Wednesdays, where we'd kind of write together, or I would take you through a writing prompt. Thursdays were Talking with Bex, just, you know, Fun with Bex on Fridays, which I was hoping to do some sort of like craft or something to that nature. Saturday was going to be Bullet Journals with Bex, where I would show you bullet journal flip-throughs and bullet journal spreads. And to those of you who don't know what a bullet journal is, it's basically like a planner slash diary or journal smashed together. Anyway, then Sundays were going to be Scripture Study Sundays. However, I did not get a lot of interaction or comments at that time. My channel was very, very new. I think I may have had, you know, like 12 or 13 subscribers at that time. So it didn't really get a lot of momentum. So, but to answer that question, I know I ramble, guys, just, you know me. But anyway, so what happened to that video schedule? It is still up. I do plan on implementing it in the future when I get a little more feedback. So for now, I'm going to ease you guys into it, maybe 1 or 2 videos at a time. I do have filmed and uploaded and scheduled for release in the coming weeks my 2 Cent Tuesday topic videos. So I did go ahead and try that out. We'll try that maybe for a month or so, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next question because I could talk about this forever. So, let's see. Number 2, what is or when is your official upload time and day for your channel? Okay, guys, honestly, I started, okay, first, this is kind of like a two-part thing. Because I had laptops that were very old, didn't have good webcam quality, when I started my channel, I had borrowed a laptop with a good, you know, camera on it, so my video quality would be better. However, being that I don't own my own, I'm having to borrow a laptop, at least until I can afford one of my own, to film my videos. So I do batch my videos and upload them or schedule them to be released later. But I do have a handheld camcorder, which I am taping with today. This will be my first time using it, so I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see. But because of that, I've tried my best to do like either a Tuesday or a Thursday upload. Sometimes Saturday, sometimes, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. It just had depended in the past on when I was allowed to use that laptop. So I'm trying to be consistent now and do either Tuesdays at 10 o'clock or Thursdays at like 9:15. But, you know, I have no idea. I just, you know, if you really want to know when I upload, just hit that notification bell. It'll let you know. On to the next question. Are you planning, question number 3, are you planning a crossover into BookTube? I see that you have done quite a few tags. Okay, so I'm not sure about the whole BookTube thing. I do love books. I do read a lot. I've got several, you know, books on my shelves and TBR list. I do watch certain channels of other booktubers, but I myself am not a booktuber because I don't do book reviews. I don't break down books. I'm not sure exactly what that all, you know, booktubing entails. So for now, I'm gonna just stick with what I'm doing now. So, next question. In a recent video, you described April Nano as a failure. Will you or are you participating in July Camp Nano, or will you be participating in November? Well, April for me was kind of a failure. But I took what I had been working on in April, and I am currently working on it now in July. However, I'm not actually writing the story. I am doing all the prep work. So I am trying to flesh out my characters. I am trying to build a world. I am trying to you know, outline as much as I can, bullet point a few scenes, get all my ducks in a row, basically. So that way, if nothing changes, I will be using this story, which is a fantasy miniseries that I've been working on. I will be using this to fully write in November's National Novel Writing Month, that NaNoWriMo. But we'll just have to see, because, you know, I always have something going on. So it could change, I don't know, but that's my answer for now. Next question. Where do you get the ideas for your videos? Guys, I don't know. I just make a list of things that I like or I'm interested in or that I've gotten questions about. And I just try to bring you, you know, new content, not any one specific type of content, because I want to try to be as creative as possible and use as many outlets as I can for that creativity. But I do love everything writing related. So I try to bring that kind of content as well. And that's all I can do. So, next question. What stage are you in your Papa's Plaything book series? Okay, some of you may know already that I had talked about this in some of my very early videos, that I was working on a series. I had actually wrote the series like 10 to 12 years ago, but I revamped it, rewrote it, revised it. It was the one that I had went through the beta stages, you know, all that whole beta process. This was the series that had been through all of that. However, things changed. I decided to break it up into more, like, kind of spotlight books, basically, centering on one character and their story, because basically the story was about 5 different girls who unfortunately came in contact with a bad guy, and it spanned like a 20-year time period. These were his victims. So, in redoing that whole story, I have now narrowed it from 5 books down to about 3 books in the series, and a possible kind of companion, but not really, because it's a standalone to go with it. However, that whole series I had been working on, and in last November's 2019 NaNoWriMo, I had actually added a whole another 50,000 words to that particular series. In one book particular, I was rewriting the first book in that series, which was Shattered Doll. But anyway, I have shelved that project as of right now. I am working on 3 other projects simultaneously, so I'm not sure when I'll get back to that one. It's kind of a sensitive subject for me, because I was using family members at that time, a couple of friends, but also some family members, to bounce those ideas, to read chapters, to send chapters to, kind of as critique partners. However, unfortunately, the 2 main family members that I was using both died 10 weeks apart in 2017. My mother and my little brother. And for that reason, I have I have shelved that project, and I'm sure that I'll come back around to it. Right now, it's just a little, I can't right now, but I know that I'll come back to it. So that's what's going, that's what's going on with the Papa's Plaything series. Next question. Do you plan on traditionally or indie publishing? If I do decide to publish, I would probably go the indie route. Let's see. Next question. What is your current work in progress? Right now I'm working on a fantasy miniseries, and I can't really give too much of that away, but you guys will see maybe in some upcoming videos with Write With Me. I might share a little bit or rework some scenes, you know, on camera for you. So, but anyway, it is a fantasy miniseries, and that's really all I can say about it. Next question. Let's see. Describe your perfect dream vacation. Oh, Lord. I have never been on vacation, guys. Never. Like ever. So, I wouldn't even know what to describe. You got me. I don't know. Sorry, Sheila. I know that was your question, but I have no idea. Okay, next question. What is something writer-related that you've struggled with in your manuscripts? It's always POV. Always. I never know whether to tell it from first person or third person limited. I'm still trying to work all that out. Past and present. The tense always gets me, guys. I rewrite and I have had to overhaul so many books because they were written in the wrong tense. So I still struggle with that today. I would say that's my biggest writer-related struggle. So, next question, number 11. What is a fear of yours writer-related? A fear of mine is that a lot of these books that I have put so much of me into, my heart, my soul, my time, my effort, my energy, my creativity, all this that has just been dumped into these books, so much emotion. I have a fear that either A, they'll never be seen by the world, or B, that they will be seen and they won't be liked. So that's, you know, that's one of my fears. Next question, we're going to move right along, guys. Number 12, how has being quarantined affected your writing or your usual routine? It hasn't, guys. Not really. I am a stay-at-home wife, and I do have my grandchildren quite often, hence the novel Nana. But I work from home. I write from home. I also am an introvert. I know that maybe I don't seem like one, but I actually am an introvert. I'm kind of a hermit. I don't really go out much, unless I'm like working in my yard, or going to flea markets or something like that. I do love to garden, so that's just a little tidbit about me. But for the most part, there really hasn't been that big of a change with the whole quarantine and my writing process or my, you know, routine, because I write just whenever either A, I'm inspired, or B, when I can have, you know, time set aside or make the time to be able to write. Whenever that strikes, that's, you know, what I go for. Okay, I think I answered that question good enough. Next question. Oh boy. Okay, what surprised me most about joining the AuthorTube community? The camaraderie. The acceptance, the personal cheerleaders. I felt so incredibly welcomed into this community, and I know that not everyone, you know, may have the same experience, but for me, I can only speak for myself how it felt for me. It was like coming home. It was the best feeling. I don't know, guys. It was great. I really did feel welcomed and felt like I had so much support. Like I had my own personal cheerleaders to, you know, push me to put myself out there and to write and to, you know, go after my dreams, and to set goals and to try and reach them. So that's my favorite part. Was then and still is now. Let's see. What is your biggest strengths and weaknesses as a writer / YouTuber? Well, as a writer, my weaknesses, I would say, was I do have some issue on dialogue, which, shocker, right? Because that's all I do is, but it's a little harder to put into books because we don't always, you know, the dialogue in books, you don't always write exactly how you speak. So, I mean, certain instances maybe, I don't know. But I have issues with dialogue. I do have issues still with point of view or tense that the story is told in. That is some of my weaker things. As a YouTuber, obviously, guys, I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't have the best equipment. I make do with what I have. I may not seem like it, but I do get a lot of anxiety, you know, just talking and being camera shy. And I have these nervous tics. I say a lot, and those are my weaknesses. And you guys know that about me already, so I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. But you can usually hear it in my voice how you know, nervous I am, or if I'm having anxiety, you know, my breath, it changes. But you guys know that already, so that's no secret. Next question, we're just going to move on. Are you ever going to do any of your own tags? I have seen on your channel you've created quite a few. Yes, I have. If you've watched my videos, then you know that I already have done some of my own tags. So yes, the answer is yes. And I actually do have a couple that are coming up, you know, in the future, the near future of me doing my own tags. Next question. Can we expect any more tags in the future of your own or others on your channel? Yes. The short answer to that, yes, you can expect that. Number 17, what made you decide to start your channel? I started my channel basically to document my experience and my journey into that writing realm. It was my first time doing NaNoWriMo in November 2019, and I wanted to be, you know, just immerse myself into the community and immerse myself into that whole environment. And I wanted to document my experience with NaNoWriMo. I put a challenge for myself, you know, to write the 50,000 words in, you know, that small 30-day time frame. I finished on the 26th. I did my 50K. I did pass the 50K, actually. And that's what kind of made me start the channel in the first place, was just to document my experience and that journey. And I have just kept going, you know, setting small goals for myself and doing my best to reach them. Next question. Let's see. How has your channel changed or evolved since the creation, and can we expect any more changes? I don't know, guys. I have no idea how it's changed. I don't even think that I'm much more comfortable in front of the camera than I used to be, because I still stutter a lot. I still say I still have my quirks. I still, you know, have the breathing issues because of the anxiety. So in that way, a lot of stuff hasn't really changed. As far as the content, I don't know about that either, because maybe in one sense, because it's not just about a certain time frame like it was in November. I started this channel October 31st of 2019, so roughly 8 months, and 8.5 months. And, you know, I just keep trying to come up with content that would interest myself, and possibly, you know, entertain others. I'm here for your entertainment. If nothing else, you know, you and your friends can get together one night and watch one of my videos, and however many times I say, take a drink, you know. It's kind of like a game. It was pointed out to me several times in several different videos, lots of different comments, on how many times I say, I can't help it, guys. Sorry about it. Anyway, as far as my channel, changing, or could you expect more changes? Yes. More than likely, yes, you can. Because it'll, you know, go as I go. It'll change as I change. Next question, describe your channel now and its current content. Oh my gosh, my battery is blinking. So 1 second, guys. I'm hoping and praying that this doesn't cut out. So let's see here. Okay, guys, sorry about that. My camera died. So I'm going to try to pick back up where I left off. Cross your fingers, hope it all, you know, works out together. But anyway, I'm going to try to go as quickly as I can, because I'm so afraid that this battery's going to die again. So, anywho, I think we left off on question 19. Describe your channel now and its current content for potential subs. I don't really know how to describe my channel other than it's the voice, process, and opinions of one writer. I do still consider myself a newbie because I've not been published and because I'm still learning. I think that that's important, to never stop learning. So as far as, you know, current content, it varies. It's usually writerly related, though. So if you're interested in writing or how the process works, or, you know, maybe just listening to someone else who is in your shoes, tune into my channel, because it kind of encompasses all of that. Next question. Number 20. What is your favorite writing snacks and beverages? Favorite snacks, probably anything that I can just kind of pick at. Brain food of any kind. I like a lot of almonds. Some sweets, not much. Like maybe some peanut M&Ms, or I don't know, those little teeny tiny Snickers or Ghirardelli chocolate squares. I do like a lot of Chex Mix, pretzels, those kind of things. As far as beverages, it's coffee, tea, and water. Never get enough. Next question. Number 21. What's a writerly regret you have, if any? I know the answer to this right off the top of my head. When I was a child, I would say maybe 4th grade or so, I started writing poetry. And all throughout high school, you know, my teenage years, pre-teen years, after teenage years, I think I had somewhere close to like 300 poems, somewhere in that ballpark of original poems that I had wrote. And I kept them all in this little 3-ring binder. I can still see it to this day. It was a black, you know, plastic and cardboard little binder. And I kept my poems in there that I had written throughout the years, or a big chunk of them anyway. And it was black, and on the cover I had little white stickers that said poems. Anyway, I'm getting off subject here. Sorry guys, I'm circling back around. You know me. But anyway, my biggest regret is that once upon a time, I think I was maybe 19 or so, I was living in Florida. I was about to be homeless, unfortunately, and I couldn't take all my things with me because I really had nowhere to go. And since I knew that I was going to be pretty much out on the streets, at that time, I had made a decision to take those poems and put them into a storage unit of a acquaintance of mine. Long story short, those poems are long gone. I don't know whatever happened to them. It's just a regret that I'll always have, because they're gone, completely gone. So anyway, that's a big regret. Next question. Let's see. In your NaNoWriMo 2019 project, you won Nano by reaching the 50K for your manuscript Shattered Doll. I want to know, is it finished or ready? And where are you in the writing process with that specific book or project? That is a big, long question. And I'm just going to simplify this. I don't know if a lot of you know personally. I don't know how much I've shared on my channel in the past. But basically it boils down to, I had been writing this series. It started out, I believe it was a 5-book series to begin with. 12 years ago. And through that 12-year process, the book had changed many, many times, or the series had changed many, many times. One of the books I had probably rewritten and revised, all that good stuff, probably like 10 or 12 times, because the story kept changing. But the series was called Papa's Playthings. And for NaNoWriMo November 2019, I decided to do a complete overhaul on book 1 of that series, because a lot had changed in that series, so I had to make it fit. So I went back to the beginning, stripped away a lot of the things, and redid it, and wrote a new 50,000 word manuscript to put together with what I did keep for the first book, Shattered Doll, in the Papa's Playthings series. However, unfortunately, it is not a finished series. Each book is in different drafting phases. Some of them have been through the beta round process once or twice. Some have been even in the editing phase. But as far as the entire series being finished, no, it's not. I'm not sure when I will get back to it. Right now I have other projects that I'm working on, and so it's shelved. I see my battery is like blinking, so I'm going to try to hurry and get through as much of this as possible. Next question. What is your favorite or least favorite video you've done so far? I do not have a favorite. I am awkward in all of my videos, and that's just me. So as far as a least favorite, all of them, because I just I'm a spaz. It's just whatever. Next question. What is your favorite thing about being a writer or a YouTuber? The creativity, the camaraderie in the community. That's what I like about being a YouTuber. Getting to interact with other writers and newbies, people that share the same interests as me. Favorite thing about being a writer is the creativity, that outlet for me. I need that outlet, because up here it's going 90 to nothing all the time, faster than I can speak. So that should give you a clue. Next question. What is your earliest memories connected to writing? Is it a positive or negative experience? I know this for right off the bat, this answer to this question. It's sort of a negative experience because in 4th or 5th grade, I wrote a poem. I think I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but basically our teacher had given us an assignment to write a poem using certain literary devices. She didn't give us a subject matter, so everybody wrote their own poems, turned them in at the end of the day, and because of the poem, the content of the poem that I had written, I got, called to the front of the class to stay after class. Teacher had a long discussion with me, pulled in the counselor, the principal. It was just a whole mess. Then I had to continue to see a counselor for like 3 or 4 weeks after that. So I didn't know that something you could write could garner such a response to think that, something's not right at home with this kid because this is what she wrote. But basically, I don't even know if I can remember the entire thing, but it was along the lines of... the pain is more than I can bear. It ties my stomach up in knots, bangs my head all to pieces. My muscles begin to stiffen. My teeth begin to grind. My I think bones begin to crack and decay. My lips turn into wine. My eyes begin to water, not with tears, but blood. My feet harden and crackle as I walk along Earth's mud. Time races by. You can hear all the once silent shrieks and screams. And now you too can recognize what living dead means. So anyway, that was like my poem. It was called Living Dead in like the 4th or 5th grade, somewhere's around there. I think I was I want to say somewhere between 10 and 12. I think I was 11. Not positive, but I think that was the age. Anyway, moving on. It had kind of a negative connotation to it. That was my first experience with writing. I'm sure that I wrote before then, but this was the earliest one that really affected me. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, where are we at? We are on number 26. What was your initial impression of the writing community? Has it changed over time? If so, how? My initial impression was fantastic. Over the moon, excited, felt accepted, supported. I just loved the whole thing. Has it changed over time? A little bit. You take the good with the bad and you just keep moving forward. I'm not going to go into the negative experiences that I had because I'm not going to live in the past. I choose to move forward. So, okay, number 27. Have you had any negative experiences in the writing community? Do you have any tips for newcomers or newbie authors who would like to join the community? Again, I'm not going into the negative experiences. Everybody is not going to like everybody. Not everybody will mesh, but the thing is, the more you talk to other writers, other people in the community, you will find your niche. You will find your group, your people, your tribe, if you will. And, you just support one another. Take the good with the bad. Learn whatever you can and just keep moving forward. So my advice is just, grow a thicker skin and just believe in yourself. And if it makes you happy, do it. Okay, next question. Number 28. Do you consider yourself an expert on writing related things? And why is it that you don't give advice on your channel? No, I do not see myself as an expert on anything. I'm not even sure if I'm an expert on me. I'm still learning new things about me because I'm constantly, learning things and improving and educating myself and just evolving, growing. So no, I'm not an expert on anything, and that is why I do not give advice on my channel. Even though I am a writer, I do not consider myself an expert. I do not have anything published as of yet. So that's why I don't give writing advice. I don't feel like I have the credentials to do so. I can give you my opinion and my experience. I can share that with you, but as far as advice, no. Let's see. No. Number 29. Now that you've hit 100 subs, how does it feel, and how long did it take? It feels amazing. It feels amazing. It just feels amazing. I'm so grateful, so very thankful. I'm so happy just to be able to connect with other people and that have the same dreams and goals as I do. I just want to support everyone out there in the writing community, because if you feel this much passion and this much love for the whole creative process, then, you know, I'm all for you. I'm right there with you. So I just love the writing community. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, even in the ones who are not subscribed but still come across my videos now and then. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you from the depths of my heart. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so very much. How long did it take? Almost 9 months. So, you know, to each his own. It's a slow growing thing. The more you communicate, the more you create good content and consistently upload content, I think the wider reach that you will have and more opportunities to come across other people who may be interested to support you. Next question. Let's see. I do have some on the side. I'm going to look at these real quick. What are the goals for your channel? My goal is just to be a, you know, supporter of other channels. My goal is to help others who are also in the same boat as me, to give advice from my mistakes, or not advice, but tell you, you know, kind of my process or my journey. And if it helps you to learn from my mistakes, then I'm all for it. Let's just do this for each other, you know, for the betterment of one another. Support, it's so important. Any projects that you can tell us about? Well, I am working on a few things, like 3 projects at once, but one of them is a fantasy miniseries that I've been working on. I'm hoping to kind of get all my ducks in a row for this little mini-series. It is a new genre that I have not written in before. It's the fantasy genre. I'm kind of learning the ins and outs of what's acceptable and not acceptable, or frowned upon, as far as tropes and cliches and things like that. But anyway, I am working on a fantasy miniseries, and I've been doing it April and a little bit this July. I haven't written a whole lot, but I have been fleshing out characters, world building. I have been doing some plot beats, some restructuring, trying to tighten my outline and my timeline, fleshing out more characters, just all that stuff, trying to get all my ducks in a row, so that way when November hits, I can hit the ground running and write this dang story. What happened to the 20 collabs that you were going to do, according to the announcement trailer that you made in January? Okay, guys, you called me out here. The thing is, I am not tech savvy. I am not sure how to even do collabs. I did try one with Josie Rose Writes. I think it was back in April, and it was for 5 things you needed to survive Camp Nano back in April. So I did my 5 questions, or my 5 things, and then referred you to her channel, and she did her 5 things. Now, as far as the rest of them, I've still got, like, you know, 5 months, guys. Give me a break. And whatever collabs I don't do in 2020, I'm hoping to learn more and educate myself and figure out how to do it, and maybe that'll carry on into 2021. Hope that answers your question. The next one, will you ever read or give samples of your books for us to read? Guys, I do have a video coming out that I, embarrassingly enough, I share some of my older manuscripts opening lines with you. A lot of these books are in various stages, these manuscripts, various stages of the writing process, and some are even, you know, first or second drafts, and some are not completed, but I do share with you the opening lines, and that's in a future video. I've already filmed that video, and it is scheduled to upload, I believe, maybe in September. not quite sure. I think I scheduled it for September, but be on the lookout for it. That was all the questions on this side, and the very last question, we've made it, guys. What other channels do you watch on YouTube, and do you watch any channels that are not AuthorTube or writing related? I'll answer that one first, because it looks kind of like a two-part question. So for the not AuthorTube or writing related, yes, I do watch, as many of you, I have lots of, you know, interests and creative outlets, things that I like to kind of comb the internet for. I do like any DIY crafting type videos. I watch those, a lot of bullet journal videos, Amanda Rach Lee to name one, Boho Berry, Sunshine and Stationery. I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting, but these are just off the top of my head. I do like any sort of video that's creative, so I'm kind of drawn to those types of videos, whether it be cooking or gardening or cleaning or decluttering or, you know, journaling or any kind of crafts, really. I'm all over it. So now for the last one, I did write some people's names down because I wanted to try to give you as much, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say their name, so if I'm not, I'm sure YouTube will let me know, or somebody will in the comments, but as far as I know, I'm going to try to answer that part. What other channels do you watch on YouTube and AuthorTube? So, Cordy, Laura Wright, Bookish Pixie, Becca C. Smith, The Naked Firefly, Sara Cuhil. I'm probably going to butcher you guys' names. I'm so very sorry. Please forgive me. Sheila King, Morgan Hazelwood, Vivian Reese, Misha Garrick, Kate Kavanaugh, T.A. Woods, Tamara Woods, Amber Kraft, Sarah Schwarnweather, Dana Gollin, Meadow Lamoureux, D.R. Ranger. I watch Heather Dewey Pettit. I'm not sure if I pronounced her name right either. Aphrodite Lee, Savvy Writes Books, Joey Paul, Kim Chance, Kat Bowser, Mandy Lynn, Natalia Lee, author D.L. Tillery, Hannah Lee Kidder, Dahlia DeWinters, Kevlandia, let's see, The Story Detective, Robert Jones, Jenna Moresi, author Morgan Lee, let's see, The Nerdy Nanny, I watch her, Eve Daniels, D.L. Stewart, Kahliah Harry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, honey, I'm so sorry. Let's see, Josie Rose, Cachet Warren, Ellen Brock, Alleycat 107, Scarlett Cole, BC Brown Books, Mariah Lily Mead, Shannon Caper, I watch Sherry Turquoise, and By the Brook, Brooke Passmore, and I watch Becca Rose Pope. There's so many guys that I watch. A lot of them I have some videos to catch up on. So, but I do watch so many, and I am subscribed to so many channels. And if you ever need somebody to subscribe, you know, I'll subscribe to you. I want to be your cheerleader, and I am so happy to do it. And this is the end of this video, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have made my day. I've hit that 100 subscriber mark, and that was like, you know, a major, major milestone for me as a newbie. I call myself a newbie still because it's been under a year. It's only been like 8.5 months. But I reached this milestone because of you. And so from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I am just so appreciative to still be here and to still have people tuning in to little old me, you know, to my videos. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me and to continue to supporting my channel. I'm so appreciative. I don't know what else to say, so thank you so very much. On a side note here, this was kind of a question that someone had said about the fact that I say a lot. They were asking I should give a giveaway or something to that effect for those who commented, you know, the correct number of ums in my video, and that's something for me to think about. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Thank you again. I appreciate you. If you like this kind of video, if you're interested, maybe I'll do another Q&A sometime in the future. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Thank you sincerely. And have a good day. Happy writing. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I upload, you know, hit that bell, because I don't know. Sometimes it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes I throw in a bonus video, so I don't know yet. But if you hit that bell, it will notify you when I upload, so please do that. You know, like and subscribe if you want to, and take care of yourselves. Stay positive. Go after your dreams, and you know, make it happen. Do what you love. And that's all, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And that's it. So, bye. Have a great day. And thanks for making this possible for me. Bye.